What a week for spitting. Swallowing had made a comeback for a little bit. No jokes about it. But man, spitting is back, and is it in the news, guys? What a moment to be alive. We got Jalen Carter on Thursday. I guess Dak Prescott first, right? You always catch the retaliator, or whoever retaliates more than the original action. But two spits there. Saturday was a debacle with Bet, I think a kid's name is, which is a funny name, spitting and blowing the game against USF for the Florida Gators. There were other spitting incidents. What a time to be alive.
Hawk Tua.
I wonder, she needs to come back. What is she doing now?
She has a podcast, but there hasn't been a new episode since like May. So I don't really know.
We have
she kind of
reached out to her, Matt. She said that she would come as a guest onto our podcast.
Oh, man.
As long as we provided good snacks.
Okay.
Underbergs, provided that we swallow.
Let me try to swallow this real quick.
Cheers.
My name is Matt. Danny's below me. Sunshine is caddy corner. Andy's next to me. Let's drink some beer. Let's swallow a little beer.
Yep. No spitting after that.
No spitting at all. So week 2 was crazy. Really wild results. A lot of it was what you expected, but some of the crazy was really, really odd. And I want to get really into the heat and to the meat of this situation with this question. Which NCAA coach is most likely to order gas station sushi and actually defend the decision? So it's the burning question. It's the top question across all sports media right now, and I want us to address it right now. Does anyone want to lead off?
It absolutely is, and I've got the right answer, and it's my beloved Burt Bielema.
I disagree.
Look at that face. That face would eat anything. It doesn't matter what it comes from. He's eating it.
I'll give you that, but I don't think he's ever had an option to think about eating healthy, or he's ever wanted to embrace the option of eating healthy. Even if gas station sushi isn't healthy, people think sushi's healthy, and I don't think he's ever given a shit. He's eating a hot dog and a hamburger at the same time for breakfast. He's on the Harbaugh breakfast of milk and burger.
That's fair. I wasn't thinking from the aspect of like who would actually want gas station sushi. I was just thinking like who's gross enough to like be like, yeah, I'll eat that. So that's where I was coming from. He would definitely eat it.
I got a bigger guy too. I think I could see, and similarly, I think I could see Bill O'Brien doing this, yes. Right? He would defend it, know that he's living in a metropolitan area like Boston. He's like, well, I should probably try to eat healthy. So he goes and gets gas station sushi, but it smells rank and everyone's like complaining about the gas station sushi, but he's defending it and be like, look, I'm trying to eat healthy, right? I'm trying to keep up with the people of Boston. Metropolitan.
It really smells bad after he microwaves it.
No, he's definitely microwaving a JV roll for sure. He wants to get that cream cheese bubbling.
Good question. If Bill Belichick eats gas station sushi, does he know it's gas station sushi? Like, I'm serious. If Jordan brings it to him on a plate, does he know?
Could he tell the difference, you think?
Yeah. He can't even tell the difference.
I got the answer, by the way. It's Marcus Freeman. Where the hell else are you going to get sushi in South Bend?
Good point. He gets it from the Come and Go or whatever gas stations are around there.
The Go and Come and Go.
Is it called the Go and Come? I just tried to pick the funniest name of a gas station out. Yeah. Okay. I feel like he's got his own private chef. He's in way too good a shape where he's like subjecting himself to that.
What healthier snack at a gas station than sushi?
Yeah, diarrhea keeps you skinny, Matt.
It's like the old days when people used to swallow tapeworms. They go to get the sushi out, and that's how they get the disease that keeps them down.
The fad diet.
Fad diet.
I'm going to Cabo in 3 weeks. Let's go get some sushi.
Sunshine, you're going with Bill?
Yes. I'm going with Bill eating it, not knowing that he's eating it. I don't think he goes to a gas station and necessarily says, hey, I want to eat that sushi. But I think that when his girlfriend, if that's what we'll call her, says, "Hey, let's have some sushi." He has no idea where it's come from, and he
I buy
loves it.
Yeah.
Fiance, by the way.
I was gonna say, what else would we call her? Like,
Fiance, they're engaged,
Gold
right?
digger?
Oh shit! Oh shit! She's his finance. Got it.
Yes. She is.
that's the American pronunciation.
All right, so we did talk about them being a lot of crazy moments. I guess I want us to have a moment to highlight what moment really surprised us the most, or really caught us off guard, where is the reason we love college football. These odd, unusual, exciting moments. Andy, did you have one for us?
Yeah, so there was a moment in the Missouri game. It was Missouri, remind me, Kansas?
Yeah, border war.
Yeah, exactly. Except we're not allowed to call it that anymore because that's not PC. Or do we still call it that? I don't know. We can't say Civil War anymore. We can't
I think
say.
it is still called the border war.
Is it? Oh, that's well, because it's Missouri, and yeah, that makes sense. All right, so the kid comes out at halftime. He's got a chance to kick a field goal to win a whole bunch of money, but instead of kicking the field goal, because the hatred runs deep, he lifts his shirt up and it says FKU on his chest. And then the lady doing the promo is like, cut it. No, we're not going to let him kick. But he turns and kicks the ball at the sideline. It was absolutely classic because he turned down the chance of a lot of money to say screw you to a rival. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
I think I did some more research on this guy. Carter Airy is his name, right? And he is he's a wheelchair basketball alum and an adaptive golfer, which means I think he only has one leg, or I think he has an issue with one of his legs being fully functional. So makes it all the more awesome and hilarious. And it explains how kind of shitty the kick was, because I haven't gotten to the bottom if that was his kicking leg or his plant leg yet. And I think it's a really important topic. But this guy is a silver medalist in wheelchair basketball. So he's no slouch. What?
If you had to be a kicker and you had to have a fake leg, which leg would you want it to be? Would you pick your plant leg or would you pick your kick leg?
I think
And
it would
do
have
you
to
have
be
do you have a
plant
special leg for it if it's the kick leg?
So I would absolutely do the plant leg, because with the spring foot from the Blade Runner had, I could totally just bam.
The Pistorius?
Yeah, Oscar Pistorius.
Isn't that just like slicing the ball in half, though?
No. The plant leg is the blade.
Oh, okay.
No. Hey, you're talking about that movie with, Egerton, whatever, Eggy.
Yeah, the Kingsman.
Yeah, the Kingsman. No. I'm talking about the extra spring he gets to thrust that ball through. I mean, hell, this guy could go to the NFL with a leg like that.
No, you haven't seen the kick.
Play for the Atlanta Falcons.
Well, that might be true.
Yeah, you guys could have used it at the end of the game.
Missed extra point.
If you had the Pistorius leg and you kicked the ball, would that be the rare circumstance if someone ran into you, or it'd be roughing the blocker? Because you could stab them if they got in the way, right? If they were blocking the kick, but you hit them in the torso, that would be a stabbing.
Mm-hmm.
That's assault.
But they deserved it.
I think
Running at me like that, I was afraid.
Got to protect the kickers. It's a precious commodity.
What was I supposed to do?
Airy explained afterwards in an interview with the local Missouri media. He says, "I told my wife there was no chance of me making a 45-yarder. So what do I do at this stage? I wanted to show him my disdain for the state of Kansas." And you know what, Sarah? Goddamn, I love rivalries, and boy, I will drink to that. That shit is awesome. So to Carter Airy, you are a real king this week.
Absolutely.
Anyone else have anything they want to talk about? Dano, did you want to talk about a football result?
South Florida missing a field goal, giving Florida the ball left with 2.5 minutes to go, and then somehow getting a second field goal to win at the end of the game as time ran out. That was an awesome moment. Just watching the Gators lose. The
field goal to win the game was hilarious because it was from the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
Carter Airy could have made that kick for sure. He would have been great at that kick. That was a chip shot, man.
I just want to add that I am super proud of the state of Florida for fielding so many good teams this year. I don't think that the University of Florida is bad. I just think that USF is better.
Well, we'll find out how good they are this weekend. I think they're in for quite the awakening.
I texted one of my buddies who roots for Florida that USF has the opportunity to do something hilarious in the next 2 weeks, and it's totally ruin our matchup in 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever it is. Just beat us both. No top 25, no nothing. Just we both lost to USF.
Well, at that point, USF will be like number 1, so it won't be a bad loss.
Maybe.
To be fair, how they do the rankings, shouldn't USF be higher? They've beaten 2 ranked teams. I don't think anyone's beaten 2 ranked teams. I hate the AP polls.
Whoa! Now you're a little wrong there. How many ranked teams does Notre Dame beat? Oh! Maybe I'm wrong. Whoops.
The AP poll. I saw many results this week where Florida was still ranked above USF, which is crazy. That just means someone didn't watch the games. And then SMU was ranked, even though they lost. It was a very puzzling. AP voters are stupid. Like, the voters are stupid, and how we collect votes is stupid, I think, largely. It should be results-based. Like, Andy's Illinois kicked that ass at Duke. They deserve to be ranked higher. That was a good-ass result. Miami beating Notre Dame, good result, right? Florida State beating Alabama, good result. Those are rankable results. Anyways, sorry. USF, that was hilarious, and I enjoyed it very much. And that guy spitting in his face to extend the drive, just chef's kiss. I was watching a podcast the other day, and they made this statement. How many months would it take Napier and Cristobal to get out of an escape room? Which is funny because I have never seen Napier. He mismanaged the clock so poorly in that game. It was just like magic. Like, he had left himself situations where there was no way for him to come back because he used timeouts and kept trying to tackle guys inbounds. They were forcing players back into the inside instead towards the boundary. It was incredible. That is a dog shit team with a dog shit coach. The team's probably fine. He's just a bad coach. Good recruiter, though. Sorry.
I mean, there was no way they would pass the escape room. Even if you gave them months, they would run out of time.
They'd just start killing each other. And Cristobal is going to kick Napier's ass, too.
No, they'd fumble. They'd fumble
They have one weapon, but they keep fumbling it over to each other. Like, oh, no, I lost the knife. Fair enough. My favorite moment was the Deion Sanders interview. I don't know if you saw this. I thought it was so funny. Third string quarterback. They had Caden. Who was the guy at Liberty at Colorado? Now he's at Colorado. Caden Slade. Shit. It's escaping my name. But a good quarterback. He's been real bad with Colorado. So they brought in the third string Staub. Staub goes out there, wins them the game. And then the post-game interview, he says, I had a dream about this. I just had a dream that I was going to come in. I was going to make a difference today. It was an apparition and a dream that really meant a lot to me. And then they interviewed Deion afterwards. He's like, yeah, boy, I had a dream. Martin Luther Staub over here. And said it so, like, it was a very funny comment, right? Just like him busting balls. I was Martin Luther Staub. And Martin Luther Staub, for anyone wondering at home, is exceedingly white. So it made it all funnier coming from the mouth of a black man, but I enjoyed it thoroughly. If you haven't seen that clip, please find the Martin Luther Staub. You guys all deserve that. You need some humor.
Caden Salter, by the way.
Thank you, Caden Salter. He was at Liberty. Everyone said he was the shit. He goes to Colorado, and he has been shit. Sunshine, did you have anything that stood out to you from this weekend?
No, Matt. I think I'm pretty good.
Okay, good. Kent State also had a hilarious snap where instead of snapping the ball backwards like a snap normally does, the center just dropped the ball and let it roll forward and then engaged in the block. Like, it's like he had a stroke and forgot what he was doing, but he was trying to protect himself. And then the ball rolled for like 2 or 3 seconds, and everyone was shocked with where the ball was because it was between the defensive line and the linebackers on the snap. Hilarious. That Kent State team. Look, Florida State played Eastern Texas A&M this week, and Kent State may be worse. Kent State could actually be worse. than so. Good on them. Let's talk about. Oh,
Is that a live ball? Does the snap not have to go backwards? I would have assumed that that's the rule. If it goes forwards, it's like a false start or something.
It's a snap infraction for sure.
Yeah, but you could probably decline the penalty. And Texas Tech gets the ball.
So you dive on the ball, recover the fumble, they get a penalty for a false start, and you decline it.
Imagine you could. I don't know.
If it's
honestly,
false start, the play can go on. If it's false start, the play can go on. If it's a snap infraction, I think it's dead.
Oh, I did not watch the game. I want you to know that. I did bet the game, and I won on the hook. A plus 48.5. It was a 48-point difference, and I had plus 48.5. Winning on a hook from that far is disgusting. It made me feel very gross and happy.
It makes me feel gross and happy that you can tell us all of those numbers off the top of your head.
That's how much it meant to me. I don't remember any of the other numbers from this week, but I'm like, oh, that is disgusting.
Love it.
All right, let's talk about some college games that we were surprised by the team result, right? I don't know if anyone has any. Surprise can be good, surprise can be bad. But Andy, you want to start us off?
Yeah. I don't know if I would say surprise, good or bad, but just an awesome game, like thrilling game. I didn't expect it to be this good. Was Baylor SMU.
It was sweet.
The come from behind, the double overtime. Yeah, it was awesome.
Sonny, did you have any games that really impressed you or surprised you this week?
I'm glad that you asked, Matt. And I have not done my research. So if we could
Keep
go to
moving.
Danny real quick.
Yeah. Dano, did you have any games that surprised you or impressed you, teams? Okay, I'll start us off here then. A couple games that I was surprised about. I don't know if anyone watched Michigan State Boston College. That was a great game, and Boston College has a fucking quarterback. Like, I don't remember his name, DeLonger. He was a transfer from Alabama that I've never heard of. So I've heard of a lot of the high-level recruits. That guy I had never heard of. He was awesome. Even in a losing battle, that game was great. Another team on the opposite side that I cannot believe is this bad is UCLA. You go out and get Nico Iamaleava, right? Big name, 5-star. And that team sucks. They were a lot better than the first game when they lost to Utah by 40, and they got worked by UNLV and the Fighting Dan Mullins.
Mm-hmm.
That coach cannot be there much longer. And we were going to talk about fired coaches. I do not know his name, and he will not be there much longer. It doesn't even matter me learning his name at this point because next season it will not matter.
So, Matt, just to put it out there, I gave out UNLV money line in the article last week and Boston College, which didn't actually quite get home, but like fucking close for a big plus money bet. So
hell yeah. Hey, let's bring it back full circle. If you're not going to singlelegparlay.com and learning what college football picks you should follow, you're an idiot. You're just leaving money on the table. It's a crazy decision. Andy and Al had a heater last week. I was a couple games under, but I had a great week prior, right? It all is going to balance out. Go to Single Leg Parlay and get your picks for free. One other thing I did want to talk about is, can we talk about Oklahoma, Michigan really quick? I don't know if any of you guys below me were impressed by that result, but I was impressed by John Mateer. I've always heard.
I was impressed by his hair.
Whoo, that boy, hotter than a barrel of fire, man. He's looking great. I fell in love with him. I was sitting seriously swooning the other day. I had a fan. I was fanning myself like I was in church. It was an adorable moment. But yeah, he's awesome. Super fun to watch. I know people were really on Bryce Underwood, the 5-star top player in the country, the quarterback for Michigan. I think he looked okay. He looked like someone who has not played versus someone who's been there for 5 years like John Mateer or traveled the college football landscape like John Mateer. But poor Washington State losing all their quarterbacks and all of them looking awesome next year. But I was really impressed with John Mateer.
I couldn't agree more. He's got kind of a Baker vibe to him, but he's better looking. He's everything you'd want in a man.
He is. He's everything I want right now in a man. Yeah.
I won't stand for this Baker slander. That commercial of him walking those old ladies across the street, so adorable.
He does seem adorable. He just doesn't have the material. And hey, John Mateer also got in trouble last year for actively betting on sports. I don't know if you've heard this story. Everyone calls him Moneyline Mateer because there was a lot of Venmos going from his account. Maybe, like, we've all sent Venmos with fake things like, hey, here's for the hookers, right? And then you send someone $17 and it's for pizza instead of hookers. But he was sending like UCLA versus USC money line over. There's a lot of these references for Moneyline Mateer. So he's just everything I needed, man.
That's amazing. This is a little bit of a side note, so we can cut this if you guys want to. But my kid was homesick from school today, so we watched 4 Despicable Me movies. And in one of the Despicable Me movies, he gets fired, and his daughter says, well, you can just stay home and gamble online like so-and-so's dad. And then he's like, oh, we're not going to so-and-so's house anymore. And I feel like that's highly unfair, to just blanket say like, oh, her dad bets online, we're not going to their house anymore. I'm protesting Despicable Me.
Despicable Me. Wow, the whole franchise, huh?
Yeah, that's dead to me.
No, the Minions are still alive. Minions are still alive.
I'm sure
I enjoyed them.
Coming.
I enjoyed them so much more than I wanted to.
It's a good movie. It's a fun movie.
It was fun.
Any other performances we want to talk about, or keep it trucking?
I just want to talk about the performance real quick. It can be real quick about the performance of the committees that rank these fucking teams.
Okay.
We know that rankings at this point don't mean much, and that's fine, right? I also, like my beloved Knowles being ranked 10, I'm not sure they belong there, nor do I care. I have a fucking winning football team, and I'm grateful for that. But, I mean, I don't understand, like, some of these teams, like South Carolina, no losses, dropping down one
awesome.
because they looked bad.
They haven't looked that good, right? I'm happy that the committee is being aggressive there.
Well, I mean, but, like, I don't know. Like,
I mean, they won 38-10.
The Virginia Tech game, they looked like, look, they covered that spread, but not because they were impressive. I think Virginia Tech is a dead team. I think that team is. I mean,
we had Notre Dame. Notre Dame fucking lost a game and has moved up. It's just unreal. Just leave them where they were.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, then, I'm super excited to see Miami at number 5. How long has it been, Danny?
Oh, I don't know, 10 years? No, it wasn't that long ago. It was Mark Richt's
7
last
years.
season coaching. Yeah, so like 7 years.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Some of these teams up here, I think there should be more jokes about what's going on, and we're just not joking enough.
One team
I
that
don't
looked
think,
like
South Carolina is that bad, by the way.
I don't think they're that bad. I think that they're part of my beloved SEC. The greatest in the game.
I agree. Look, I just don't think they're that good. It does mean more. And I don't think they've looked that good. I think Lenora Sellers, I love him. I think he's great. I just don't think their offenses look like he has developed that much as a passer. And they beat a Virginia Tech team, but I think it was more about Virginia Tech being awful. Kyron Drones looks terrible. Like, that was someone 2 years ago we were talking about as a quarterback that could be it. He cannot throw the ball at all. Like, so I do think South Carolina will improve, but to this point, have they played like the number 9 team in the nation or 11 team? I disagree.
But do you think that LSU deserves to be number 3?
I don't know, man.
No.
Like, probably not. I would probably put Miami above them because Miami beat Bethune more convincingly than LSU beat Louisiana Tech or whatever last week.
Didn't cover. Mario not covering huge spreads is the easiest bet in football.
Well,
Yeah.
we may have a live
Bills.
dog this week. We may have a live dog this week then.
LSU beat Louisiana Tech 23-7. So
yeah, not great, right? And that's not the game you expect coming off of beating Clemson on the road, right? That's a pretty freaking good win. And they kind of made Clemson's offense look inept, which made me laugh because the Cade Klubnik roller coaster continues there.
yeah. Well, Clemson's offense didn't look great this week either. They were down 16-0 at one point
at halftime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that team is they're a conundrum. A couple of other things I thought looked good. I think Carson Beck looks great. And I think Georgia's probably kicking themselves in the ass for the way they handled the Carson Beck situation. And I think that's hilarious. I think
he did look great.
He's looked awesome so far. The one touchdown pass to CJ Daniels, ill-advised, and the guy made an unbelievable play. Outside of that, he's managed the pocket beautifully. That's where you see the NFL in him, that sidestep, step around, and being able to throw to a space. He looks every bit of the part of an NFL quarterback to me. So, and
I don't think that was an ill-advised throw, by the way. I think that was a throw where he was trying to drop it between the safeties and linebackers and give his receiver a chance to make a play, and he did. Because if you watch most of it, sorry, my delay is really cutting everybody off. But if you watch most of what he's done, it's a lot of very, very accurate passes. He has a lot of time. We have a great offensive line, right? But he's been extremely accurate, which is good to see out of a quarterback.
No, I was saying outside of that, I don't think that pass was advised because if it was a good pass, it hits the safety in the chest. But the guy made an awesome play, right? You let your receiver go get it, and that's why you have outstanding studs at positions, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not going to go back as an interception. It just was a weird-looking pass, and the dude was awesome. Great catch.
Yeah, great
and
catch.
Did you know that Bo Pribula could throw the ball? Do you know who Bo Pribula is, outside of a very funny name?
Yeah. Wasn't he at Penn State and couldn't beat out Drew Aller, and so he transferred?
Yeah, and they only brought him in for running plays. I've never seen him throw the ball, and I've seen him probably take 100 snaps. This week from Missouri, that Missouri team was feisty, man, and he looked really good. I was shocked that Bo Pribula could throw the ball like that. I just like saying Bo Pribula as much as possible, too. So, to Bo Pribula.
I'm surprised your offensive coordinator didn't go after him in the portal.
Probably. Damn, he should have. He should have. I was listening to someone on a podcast. It's like, okay, so the Florida State key is Mike Norvell wins when you have jitterbug quarterbacks, like small jitterbug quarterbacks. Don't get the big quarterback, the tank. That doesn't work for you. You need 5'11", 167 pounds of Jordan Travis or Tommy Castellanos. That's the key there. And
Castellanos seems pretty good.
Maybe.
Do you think Castellanos is the real deal, Matt?
What do you mean by the real deal? Like, I think he is getting better.
Wait. Do you think he can be better than Jordan Travis?
No, I don't think. So, over the last couple years, according to PFF, in the Power 4, Tommy Castellanos was the least accurate quarterback. Now, I don't think all of a sudden he's become a great accurate quarterback as he's completing 83% of his passes. I think Malzahn's putting him in positions to not fail very often. And once you get behind in games, like when we play Miami, if Miami gets up on us and we just run counter plays in inside zone the whole time, I think you'll see a little bit of the regression to mean. But I do think he's improved. Okay.
So,
sorry, that's not a fun answer. He's the greatest quarterback I've ever seen.
No. Actually, I think your answer was dead on what I was asking. Like, because Jordan Travis in a podcast said that he thought that Castellanos could win the Heisman.
All right. Well, I'm glad.
That's what Jordan Travis says. It's not what I say, and that's fine.
No. Look, Jordan Travis is a great ambassador, and I appreciate him being a good ambassador for him.
Yeah.
And he now works for the big what are those things that collect money for schools? Not the boosters, but like
the collective.
The collectives. I said collective.
Oh, like the NIL people.
He works for an NIL collective, so yes, he's doing a very good job.
Let's edit that out of this podcast, Andy, please. I don't know if you noticed, but I am wearing a Garnet shirt. I still support my team.
Am I a traitor by my statement? I think I'm just being
No, all
honest.
you did was state the truth to a large amount of people. Lord knows we have 700,000 listeners.
Oh, sorry. I did offend all 699,000 FSU fans that listen.
It's not illegal to be part of an NIL collective. Not anymore in college football. It's still illegal in the NBA, but it's not illegal in college football.
Good point.
Shocking. That is shocking that college football, the old paper bag money that gets handed out of a McDonald's window, is now like cleaner game than the NBA. You can't. Yeah. So who cares that Kawhi Leonard doesn't want to do advertisement for planting trees? Like, is that any different to me? If he's getting paid for that, why do I care?
So, do you think that Florida State's the real deal, or do you think they're a fraud?
Once again, I think they are better than the 6-6 I thought they were going to be before the season, but I think they're probably 8-4 or 9-3 would be my guess. If they're better than that, hell yeah, let's go. I'll be parading in the street.
I'm going 9-3, and the reason I disagree with you is because I don't think that Castellanos just placed those balls to deuce so easily.
That team we played the other day was a high school team, buddy. Like that team was awful.
That team was well compensated to come into Doak. They don't get to talk to us about that.
That team was shockingly bad.
Okay. Hey, I'm glad that you brought that up. I'm sorry, Andy. We can talk a minute and we can edit this out. But like, who were the other teams that played fucking cupcakes? Alabama beat theirs 73-0.
No, that made me feel better about the Florida State result. I am a big Alabama fan for the rest of the year. I hope they go out and kick the shit out of everybody.
That's not going to go well for you. That's not going to go well for you.
I know it isn't. I know Kalen DeBoer is going to DeBoer this up a little bit, but I want it so bad. I want them to go 11-1, and I do not want to play them again as they kick our ass.
No,
they were already talking about DeBoer being on the hot seat, and he has a buyout of like $80 million or something. And 63. That's good. Yeah, that's good negotiating from him coming in like, oh, I'm definitely getting fired. Nobody's Nick Saban. Nobody can do this, right? I'm definitely getting fired. Give me a huge buyout.
So, guys, I missed last week's podcast. So I'm sorry if I'm going to rant a little bit. And like once again,
buddy, we can make this stream of consciousness.
This is at 32 minutes and 50 seconds. Boom, bookmark that.
No.
Go for it.
I'm really happy with the season so far, buddy. I thought it was going to be a disaster.
Yeah, I did too. And I'm very happy with it. But like living where I live, I don't get too many of us around here. And right now I'm in Alabama, so I get none of us around here.
Oh God, no.
No, yeah. I took the front license plate off my car because it's not parked in a gated area right now. No, but for real though, like everybody was just, it was Alabama lost that game. Nobody was like, oh, FSU won that game. Which I mean, like it would be different if it had ended up being 24-20 or 24-21, 27-21 kind of bit, right? But it was 37-14, right? I had been drinking, so
we won by 14. You got the large point of it. We beat them by 2 touchdowns.
No, yeah, and my thing is like everybody down here is just like fired aboard, and it's like, hey, maybe he played a good squad.
No, I agree. I think that team. I think we outcoached them. The coordinators were magnificent. People can hate on Gus. The Gus
bus.
When he sees Crimson on the other side, I think he's like 7-7 against Alabama, and that's including Nick Saban. Like he can coach against Alabama. It's just one of those weird connections.
Yeah.
And Tony White is the best. He's going to end up being UCLA's head football coach next year, which sucks, but his defense has been awesome. I love it. There were players last year that I thought were fucking terrible, and they're like looking amazing this year. I'm like, wow, what a difference a good defensive coordinator makes.
Yeah. But it was just, the next day on the Paul Feinbaum show, everybody was like, Not one person called in and said, them boys from Tallahassee, they really played their hearts out. Nobody called and said that.
I think that's on you for expecting that, Sunshine.
Well, I mean, guys, to be serious, I called them and I said that, and it didn't make the air.
Did you hear? So Paul Feinbaum always has a cast of characters that are on every week. They have like I'm Man, and there's one that's called Legend.
Legend, yeah.
Like he's always on there every week, and he's like, "Hey, Paul, blah blah blah." But he's like, even if Kalen DeBoer was on life support, I'd unplug it just to charge my phone. Right? And I thought that is just perfect Alabama rhetoric. I'm like, yeah, that's college football in Alabama. But God, it was great. That was a very funny listen.
Yeah, it's not even like Alabama was bad last year, right? They just weren't Alabama.
They finished 6th in the SEC, Dan, and if that's not bad, I don't know what is.
They lost to 4. I think Kalen DeBoer lost to 4 unranked teams last year.
What about them boys from Vanderbilt beating them last year? That's goddamn ridiculous.
Dude, can we talk about Vanderbilt for a second?
2-0 and unranked.
That's ridiculous. That Virginia Tech
team. They lost
team,
4 games, and 2 of them were to Oklahoma, Michigan, or 3 of them Oklahoma, Michigan, and Tennessee. That's not like
they lost to Vanderbilt.
Not bad. Yeah, and Vanderbilt.
Why don't you just leave them out of there? The most important.
You already
loss
mentioned
of all.
it. I was mentioning the good teams they lost.
You're right.
Hey, we're at Pro Pavia podcast here, bud.
Yeah, and Jerry, Uncle Jerry.
Yeah, I don't even know if he's a doctor, but saying Dr. Kill makes me smile. Like, what a fun combination of words.
It's a great name. I can't imagine he's a doctor of anything other than like a bar in Cabo.
Oh, did you guys hear who will be? So I think Sharon Moore is suspended this week. Did you hear who will be the head coach? I'm going to look it up before I speak out of turn. He is. Do you guys remember Biff Poggi? The guy who wears the sleeveless tank tops with the big old tits? He is going to be the active head coach for Michigan this week. And I want tank tops. I want blue and yellow tank tops. I want nipples pointing outward from them. If not, I've lost my love for this sport.
Matt, wasn't there one point where it was just a white T-shirt that he had cut the sleeves off, and he had written the name of the school on the white T-shirt? Like, I swear there's a picture of Biff Poggi like that out there somewhere.
I can't share it very well on here, but I got some Biff Poggi staring me in the face right now. And boy, nothing gets my loins warmed up like Biff Poggi and a cutlass and a sleeveless over here. We can talk other games. We don't have to do anything else. We could just
no. I'm sorry. I got us off track. I just wanted to. I don't know, man. I just wanted to preach on some of my SEC teams who weren't getting that love, like Vanderbilt.
Yeah, no, I agree. Vanderbilt is not getting love. South
Lord
Carolina.
knows I'm a Commodore at heart. Commodore at heart.
They play each other this week, Matt.
They sure do. Let's talk some big games. You guys want to talk some big games or not? Let's play a game that I outright stole from a radio DJ in Miami. Big game or not a big game. I want to start off with, I think it's No, it's not Thursday night, but it's the game I'm really interested in this week. It is Clemson at Georgia Tech. Line started at like 7. It's shrunk down to Clemson being a 3.5 point favorite. Andy, big game or not a big game?
I think it actually is a big game this year just because of Clemson's start to the season. You know, they won last week, but they didn't look great. We already talked about that. So I think they've actually got something to prove. It's a big game.
Sunshine, big game or not a big game?
Huge game, Matt.
Huge game. Wow. I didn't even have huge game ready.
No. I mean, only because I truly believe that Georgia Tech has it in them this year to come out and upset Clemson. I just think Georgia Tech finished the season strong last year, and they're just kind of. I mean, come on, they're like if they keep winning, Brett Key's not going to be there for much longer.
No, he'll be coaching on the Alabama sideline.
Absolutely.
That's kind of-
Wow. We're right there with each other. Yes.
That's kind of what I was thinking. He'll take I can't remember Georgia Tech's offensive coordinator that everyone loves. They will go as a package group because they like to run the ball so much. A Buster or something is Georgia Tech's offensive coordinator, and I think they'll probably be coaching in Alabama pretty damn soon, and that's the reason he has not left.
Whoa. It is rumored around the southeastern part of this country, which Florida's not part of, but that maybe it'll be Dabo, because Dabo probably didn't want to back up Nick straight up, but now Dabo would come in after the guy after Nick, so it'd be like he'd be like saving the program, and how Dabo likes to say things like his student souls through the Lord.
He does, amen.
And like here we are, saving a football program through the Lord.
Yeah, he's like, we got to get God back installed in this team. That's the problem. Bunch of heathens.
Bunch of heathens, these guys are.
Dano, big game or not a big game?
It's a big game because all ACC matchups are big games because everybody in the ACC stinks.
Touche.
Counterpoint. I want to throw a
game?
counterpoint. Or is it we're just so good we just keep beating each other?
Yeah, but we don't beat the other conferences.
Well, I mean, all right, hey.
I beg to differ.
Wait, there are
3-9 so far this year. Granted, Virginia Tech has played like 3 of those games.
Yeah, that team looks like this.
No, but I mean, so it's just like some of these teams you got to wonder. It's just like, are they now that football players can be paid and go to anywhere they want? It's not like a legacy thing. Like, are some of these teams going to hit a reckoning?
Maybe.
I don't know. But you know who's not though?
For the ACC.
You know who's not? Miami, who's in the ACC, who's got enough money to pay Florida State players also.
They do.
Let's do it.
I don't know where all this money's coming from that we have. It's not the John Ruiz guy that everybody was talking about because he lost all his money.
Miami's collective has been super impressive. Honestly, they're the MVP. Maui Noah, Keep, you guys have some serious pull right now. You guys are kicking ass. And, hey, that's the world we live in college football, right? You got to be good at collectives and good at recruiting, and you fucking have it right now.
We're doing good at both the transfer portal and recruiting freshmen. So it's nice to be a Miami fan right now.
I was listening to an interview today about the Premier League, and they're like, we love the soccer, but we hate how now the accountants are the star. And it feels like the same thing with college football. It's like, we love the sport, but we hate how the money, it's like a race to the money. It felt very similar to that.
Oh, the SEC is going to put a salary cap on this soon.
Yeah, they're like for soccer now. The amortization schedules are like the big part of the conversation, which is very boring. I'm like, all right, yeah.
I saw an interview yesterday with Greg Olson and Marty, what's his name from ESPN?
Smith.
Yeah. And he was asking him, what would you do to fix exactly what we're talking about? And his solution, which I don't necessarily like, but it was, he said, if you accept money from a school, you stay there for 4 years. If you don't accept money, you can move around. But if you accept money, you're committed the same way NFL contracts work.
Then just be that's a dumb rule, and the reason that's a dumb rule is because they could just give them 4-year contracts.
Right, that's exactly what I was thinking. Right, what's the difference? It basically is a 1-year contract now. It's not like you can quit in the middle of the season and go join another team, right?
Wasn't the scholarship a 4-year contract?
No, well, players didn't have the rights because of the paperwork they signed. Right, it was kind of a different time period, but yeah, it is technically a 4-year contract. Are they employees now? You can't make non-employees sign contracts.
The schools aren't paying them right now, right?
Yeah, they're getting paid from
technically no, but the Miami Collective gets a lot of its money from our endowment. We're investing in the future of our school.
You're so well endowed. Big game, by the way. In my opinion, I kind of have a lean on this, and it's going to be the one that's not popular on this thread. I think this is Clemson, very similar to Oregon. When people are talking shit about Oregon, Oregon goes out there and whoops ass. Like Mike Gundy was talking shit about Oregon. lost by 66 last week, or 60 to Oregon, and it's not a good time. I feel like this could be the Clemson get right spot. And I think, like, I know all the advanced numbers say that this is going to be like Georgia Tech will win or it will keep it within 3. I could see this being something where Clemson's like, you know what? Fuck that. They have 6 first-rounders on their defense. Like, that defense is really, really nasty, and I could see this being one of those situations. Andy, that's just a vibes play. All the numbers say bet Georgia Tech, but
my model has it at exactly value. 3.5 is what I predicted it at. So actually 3.47. But
All right. So hey, if I'm making a bet on this week, you're saying take Georgia Tech plus 3.5.
I'm saying lay them with Clemson. That would be just strictly from a vibes. All like, shit. I can't. Massey says it's a 3-point game, and the nerd at ESPN, Connolly, says that Georgia Tech should win.
I might throw like a money line sprinkle on a Georgia Tech.
Money line is for play, right? If you want to start grouping it as far as like round robins and stuff, I understand that completely. Just feel like it's one of those situations where Clemson's going to read the press clippings and all the shit talking about him. Dabo's going to get Jesus, going to get the holy water out there, do some baptisms, and they're going to win by 14.
Where are they playing at?
In Atlanta.
Hyundai Stadium or whatever it's called.
Hyundai.
Hyundai Bobby Dodd.
I thought it was Mercedes-Benz. It's Hyundai Dome?
No, buddy. No. Hyundai paid $20 million or something to get their name on GT's field.
Oh, okay.
It's Bobby Dodd Stadium. Hyundai filled at Bobby Dodd Stadium.
Because it's right there on the highway, right? So like
literally at the intersection of all the highways, it feels.
Everybody that drives through Atlanta sees this giant Hyundai sign now.
Yeah.
I seen the stadium. For some reason, I thought you guys called it the Dome.
No. You haven't. No. All right, never mind. We called it.
I've been to Georgia Tech's field. I've been to Georgia Tech's field.
Yeah, the Dome is called the Tit. That's McMamish. That's where we play basketball. Everybody knows that, Danny.
Everyone knows it's
Come on.
All right, guys, want to play another round of big game, not a big game?
Oh, it was my best game.
All right. Florida, coming off a disastrous week, is traveling to Baton Rouge at night. There's not a more dangerous place than LSU at night. I'm going to go on record. That's the most dangerous place you can be. Sunshine, big game, not a big game.
I think those Tigers think it's a big game. They're going to come out swinging, man. I think it's a big game because no matter who wins this game, they're going up.
You think if Florida wins, let's play a game. Florida wins, where are they in the AP poll? Are they receiving votes?
If they beat number 3 LSU, who everybody wants to put at number 2, they're going to go to number, I would say at best 9. Like,
No way.
No way.
Teens, maybe.
No, they're in the teens, dude. They're already in the teens, right?
Florida's not ranked, but
They got bumped out when they lost to USF.
Oh my gosh! All right, hold on. I need to revise my statement. They will be back in the teens. Back. I'm saying in the lofty teens, right? Like maybe 13 at best. I thought they were still in the teens.
No. South Florida beat them. The juggernaut that is South Florida. Now, once they play Miami close and maybe win, maybe don't, we'll see. Then Florida might jump back in there because they lost to the best team in the country that beat all the ranked teams that they played.
I think that Florida. I think that they beat you if they beat LSU. People will think that USF was just a
blip.
A blip, right? But everybody knows.
Yeah, but that's a big if.
Yeah, but everybody knows that Miami's going to stomp USF, put this fire out, making Florida State the best team in the state. Goddamn right?
Amen, brother.
Amen.
Danny, big game, not a big game.
I mean, obviously it's a big game. I mean, they're playing. It's Florida LSU. It's two big SEC teams. I don't think that the what's the name of the stadium in LSU?
Tiger
Tiger Stadium or whatever. I don't think that that's like the most difficult place in all the country to play as much as it used to be. Maybe at night still because the fans have had more time to get drunk and forget that their team is just meh. But they only beat Louisiana Tech there 23-7, and that was at home. So I don't know if that's like some insane they're gonna blow everybody out just because the crowd's so loud kind of deal.
No, that makes sense. Andy, big game? Not a big game.
Yeah, I really want to say it's not a big game because these are programs that annoy me. Just in general, I wish there was a way for them to both lose. But it's a big game. Yeah, Billy Napier's going to get fired if he doesn't turn things around. And LSU needs to show that last week was a fluke. So.
Yeah, Boudreaux's going to come out like with a cane, acting all Cajun. He's going to have like a bowl of okra with him when he walks out on the stadium, just really try to reaffirm himself with the crowd. I think it's a big game.
Y'all talking about Brian Boudreaux Kelly?
That Boudreaux, when he like interviewed him, like, Brian, you're from Massachusetts. Take it easy. Like, no one's buying this fake ass Cajun accent. I do think it's a big game, and I'm kind of curious to see the fallout here because Florida's starting like a murderer's row schedule, right? They play Texas A&M, they play. Hopefully, Florida losing last week has done a great mitzvah for Miami, Florida State, as long as we just don't fuck it up. Because Florida is going to play Texas that weekend, and Miami's going to Florida State. There's a real good chance you're going to get the college game day big game treatment in Tallahassee because Florida lost to USF, as long as we just handle our business. And I'm rooting for that. I would like to handle business, the 7:30 prime time, all of us hanging out drinking beers together, watching and talking shit, instead of like the noon ABC window for some reason where we end up a lot of the time.
Wait, your team can play football games that aren't at noon? I didn't know that was a thing.
I just, for some reason, they always put Florida State Miami. They're like, we're going to talk to you at noon, but it'll be on ABC. It's like, okay, great. But like, how about 7:30? I want the drunk crowd to be there.
It's just like the hottest place in the fucking, like, outside of Texas. It's the hottest place in the country. And in our time zone, yeah, we're going to play them at 12 noon.
Yeah, and Tallahassee's much hotter than South Florida because there's like no breeze. You just sit in a bowl of heat. You're just like in a crowded bowl of heat. I would be kind of tempted. I think I'm going to bet the under in this game if I had to make a play. I think LSU's defense is super good. I know the numbers are going to say it's in the 50s. LSU's defense looks great. Florida's offense has not shown much yet. And LSU's offense hasn't shown a ton even with Garrett Nussmeier, so I'm kind of leaning that way, but I don't necessarily have a play. Andy or anyone else, you have a play on this?
I don't have an official play. I'm interested to see what happens. Should be a good game.
All right, next big game or not a big game. Let's go. Let's talk Texas A&M heading up to South Bend, Indiana, to the 0-1 Notre Dame. I don't like the second week bye. Can we put that out there? You didn't play week 0. You don't get week 2 buys. It's very odd to me because, like, I kind of forgot about Notre Dame, and I think it actually helped them in the rankings that they didn't play anyone this week, where they went up because they lost to Miami, which Miami looks fucking good. And then everyone kind of forgot, and they're like, oh, yeah, Notre Dame still exists. Let's bump them up one spot. But I'm going to start with Danny this time. Texas A&M, Notre Dame, big game, not a big game.
I mean, the names of the schools say it should be a big game, but I'm not so sure it is. Notre Dame having a week 2 bye also doesn't make sense because you'd think as an independent, it's harder to schedule opponents during conference play, right? So they should play like their opponents more early and then take a later bye. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me they do the week.
It's very stupid. It's the stupidest time to do a bye. If you played week 0, week 2 is fine.
Yeah, Jesus said you can take a bye in week 2, guys. It's okay.
I don't have a ton of thoughts on A&M. Obviously, Miami played Notre Dame and we saw them. We'll see. I mean, A&M seems like they can score right now for sure. According to their scores, I haven't watched one of their games. They're putting up 40 against bad teams, but we'll see. It'll be fun. I'm going to watch.
Andy, big game, not a big game.
Big game. I can't have handsome man seat get hot. That's not acceptable. They can't start 0-2. No, it's a big game.
Sunshine, big game, not a big game.
I think it's a big game for the reasons that you already named about Notre Dame. Is they lost, they had a bye, and they've gone up. And then Texas A&M has played two teams that are not like in the SEC, right? One of the reasons why their name is, but supposedly the SEC is so great, right? I don't know. I love the Bulldogs, just whatever. No, but I think this is a big game. I think it's a big game because Texas A&M has a chance to prove themselves. They have a chance to knock Notre Dame off. Notre Dame has a chance to prove that they are legit and that all the shit that I've been talking for 2 fucking weeks is absolute nonsense.
Yeah. No, I'm interested in this game. I don't know if anyone here has a bet on it. Numbers look right. It looks like Notre Dame's dropped below 6.5. I may lay them. That's kind of the key number. It was kind of floating around 7.5, but I don't really have a play on that at all. Andy, do you have a thought? Anyone else?
I kind of like taking the points,
Okay.
but not enough to actually do it. And I've got the total is dead on.
I just also want to point out that from what I'm looking at, A&M's kind of a big underdog.
Yeah, they are. Well, there's big questions. Notre Dame's defense looked good. Their offense came alive against Miami, but I'll be interested to see how the quarterback play progresses because I don't think he was spectacular. And what Notre Dame didn't do that drove me crazy is they didn't feature CJ Carr enough against Miami. They tried to run those quick wide receiver screens. Miami got smart to it and started picking them off. It was like, why are you doing this? It doesn't make any sense. You have a horse. You have the best running back in the nation in the backfield. Give the dude the ball. I hope they will lean on that.
He never gets the ball that much, though. He never gets the ball that much.
You're probably right.
Calling him a horse is probably the wrong thing. He's a really, really good running back, but he's 15 touches a game kind of good, not a 30 carry horse like you get in Alabama sometimes.
No, you're right. You're right. He just is. He's dynamic when he has the ball. He loves to hurdle way too much. He does. Jeremiah Love tries to hurdle every time, and I love it.
Over us every play. It was nuts.
Yeah, he got hit in the nuts a lot too. Mm-hmm. That helmet hit directly. Maybe he doesn't have nuts. Maybe that's why he feels so free to hurdle. Maybe he's got less than. I don't know where I'm going.
He's like the only football player wearing a cup.
It increases his hurdle ability on NCAA. All right, a couple more games I want to get to, and then I want to end on a highlight spot. Georgia going into Tennessee. This spread seems like rat poison, but I love it. Georgia, I think Tennessee. What's the active spread, Andy? Do you have it? I think it's 3.
I had 3.5 in my spreadsheet, but that's from yesterday. So
it still looks like Georgia is a 3.5 point favorite in Tennessee. Sunshine, it's an SEC game. I'm just going to assume you're going to say big game, but I have to ask according to the rules. Big game or not a big game?
No.
Not a big game.
Yes, of course, it's a huge game, Matt.
Huge game. Damn,
huge game.
I'm ready again. Danny, big game, not a big game?
I mean, Georgia, Tennessee, of course it's a big game because the SEC is the only conference that matters, and these are two teams that play in it.
Damn right. You heard it here.
He's not wrong. Andy, big game, not a big game?
Big game, Tennessee money line.
Dude, everything I've seen from all of the numbers favors Tennessee to win the game. And that terrifies the shit out of me. I think it goes back to what I said earlier, where if Georgia had Carson Beck, they'd feel a lot better in this situation. Because they got Colby Young from Miami, and they have Zach Branch as well as wide receivers, who was at USC, who's spectacular, and he has space. They just don't have the guy to get him the ball. All the passes are 3 yards or shorter, and those guys are great when they have space. They just can't attack down the field. I don't know if I'm buying Joey Aguilar though, right? I saw him at UCLA. He was okay. I saw Nico. He was okay. Like, are they that much better with Joey Aguilar than Nico Iamaleava? That's like my big question because all the numbers say play Tennessee, as you just said too. So now I'm gonna play Tennessee money line, but
I kind of like the Tennessee money line play.
all right, let's fucking go.
Rocky Top. Is this what is this? A cyclone?
Cyclone. Let's go, Rocky Top. Rocky Top.
I mean, Georgia's defense is still really good. The under is probably actually the play. Georgia's defense is still really good, but Tennessee, I believe, can score. And Georgia's offense hasn't really clicked against the teams they've played so far. I think Marshall.
Andy looks like he wants to say the over is the play, so I just.
No, I was going to ask if Danny has my spreadsheet in front of him, and then I remembered we used the same website to pull our data. So
I haven't gone to that website in a while.
Oh, okay. I also like the under in this a lot.
I got burned on it the second half of last year, so.
All right, so under and just for safety reasons, take the points, the 3.5 if it's available. That's a good number. 3.5 is a good number. If it gets to 4, definitely take it. One more game, and then I want to talk about the big game of the week. Vanderbilt, South Carolina. Danny, big game, not a big game.
It's a big game because first off, I've said big game for all of them. So
they're all big games.
I'm a big game slut.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would say it's a big game because, again, this is 2 SEC teams, and it's the only conference that matters, and they're playing each other. But also, Vanderbilt can knock off some good schools, and South Carolina can prove that they're not one of them and actually beat Vanderbilt.
Yeah, it's a kind of it's kind of a loser leaves town game, right? Where we're gonna find a lot about these two teams, which are kind of like middle SEC teams. And one of them is going to get propelled into the national conversation while the other one gets reduced. Right? Like Vanderbilt wins this game, they're going to jump up big time in the rankings. And I'm excited to see that. If South Carolina wins, they're going to look like more confident, and Lenora Sellers will probably have that big game that we're waiting for. Andy, big game, not a big game.
It's a huge game for Dr. Kill and Mr. Pavia, our boys over there. So for them, huge. Beating Alabama last year obviously was like a coming out party for Diego Pavia. We've been talking about him for years, but the rest of the country found out who he was. But people still make fun of him, like Chris, right? Like, oh, Alabama lost to Vanderbilt last year. I think this year and this game starts to turn that around. Like Vanderbilt's not going to be a punchline anymore. They're going to be like a legitimate middle-of-the-pack SEC team.
Chris, you want to defend yourself from such allegations?
Yeah. You think I'm making fun of Alabama? As an SEC guy? Get out of here with that shit.
Yeah, but Vanderbilt is also SEC, right? So
no. Like, my thing is like people will say things in lines of like the Commodores are kind of like the Wake Forest of the SEC, if you will, or something like that, right? And I think that just because you're smart, it doesn't make you dumb. That all of us can play football, just not in the SEC. This is where the gods go to play, guys. And it just happens the Commodores have arrived. You know, it's their time. It's their time.
I'm gonna remember that quote. Just because you're smart, it doesn't make you dumb.
That's right out of the Yogi Berra book.
I'm going to take that with me wherever I go in life. I'm going to say that to people. Just because you're smart doesn't mean you're dumb.
Sunshine is sort of like the Yogi Berra of our group, actually, right? That's
that's a hell of a statement. I'd love that. Yeah, big game. Big game. As far as a fan, I like South Carolina last year. We've been a pro Vanderbilt podcast because of everything. I have no idea how to bet this game. I may just play Vanderbilt money line or like the plus 5.5, but I haven't looked at the advanced numbers on this. I was trying to sort through the big games, not a big game. I don't know. Andy, you got anything? Any read on it?
My line says to lay the 5 with South Carolina. I'm not going to do it because my heart belongs to Diego. But
just to go back to Chris saying the SEC is where gods go to play, I would like to just bring up that John Mateer did transfer to Oklahoma, and they also transferred to the SEC. So gods are going.
Tim Tebow played in the SEC.
There you go. Even better.
The SEC is also God's country, right? We've got this, right? Bible Belt, it all makes sense. The gods, actually, no, gods wouldn't go there. Demigods are like lesser gods because there's only one.
That's true.
But they still fall in that all-encompassing gods, you know.
That's true.
God.
It's more than just a Trinity now. These are like deviations of the Holy Spirit.
Oh no! You won't catch me saying that, no, sir.
Can we turn this into like a religious dogma podcast?
Can we talk about the biggest game? The game I'm most excited about. It sits right at that perfect spot of 4:30 p.m. It's sitting on that perfect channel of the CW, right in that gap between like where why it starts at 4:30, which is an hour later than every other game. So it's only really advantageous at halftime of those other games, so people know it exists. I don't know. It's taken over for the Jefferson Pilot broadcast, which, boy, you grew up in the ACC country. Chris knows Jefferson Pilot TV. He was the mediocre game of the week between Wake Forest and NC State. So
wait, that's not a band from the
Jefferson
1970s?
Pilot? Yeah, they did. They had that song Miracles. Let's go with USF. Going into Miami, I'm going to end with the guy who's sitting below me. But Andy, big game, not a big game.
Not a big game. Not a big game. Florida's bad. South Florida beating them means nothing. Miami's going to crush them. Not a big game.
So, actually, Sunshine has been very passionate about this. And I figured out my new meta for betting Miami, and I'm really excited about it. I don't want to share it with you. I don't think it's a big game. Very similar to the Andy logic over here. I think Byron Brown running the way he's been running, and if he continues to do that against Miami, his career is going to get significantly shorter because he has been just like embracing pain in every contact. Ruben Bain is going to meet him at one of those contact points, and it's going to be a disaster for him. So I do think he needs to be careful. I think Alex Golish at USF has been running hot, and I'm really happy, but he also has to think about like the health and wellness of his players because they could die this week. But my new bet against the bet I want to do this week is I'm going to bet Miami first half spread because I know how Mario is going to play this game. I'm not going to bet them to lay the 18.5, but Mario is going to come out there and try to whoop them early so he can run the ball, hide the ball, play that game in the second half. So laying 10.5 in the first half is the move I'm going to do, and I'm really excited about it.
I like that a lot.
That's my new logic with Mario. If I feel like Miami's going to win a game, I'm just going to bet the spread in the first half because we know it's going to
He'll find a way to not cover.
And then
exactly.
He'll try to find a way not to win, but he'll find a way to not cover.
I also think the worst thing that could have happened at USF this week is to get ranked. Because now Miami's going to have a lot of eyeballs on them. Like they would have kind of floated, kind of got the Bethune-Cookman treatment, where a sleepy game that progresses into a better game kind of treatment as the game went on. You're going to get the angry crowd and the angry Mario. And Mario can get the boys riled up. That's my thought. Lay the 10.5 in the first half.
Speaking of...
Oh, sorry, Andy. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Danny, talking about late covers reminded me, did anybody see Lane Kiffin's on-field post-game interview this week?
I saw it, and I was impacted because it directly impacted me.
Yeah. I think it was, the line was 7.5. Correct me if I'm wrong, Matt. I didn't have an actual bet on this.
I think it was 10.5, and they won by 10.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 7.5, and I went from 10 to 7. But yeah, either way, it was last-second field goal. Changed who was covering the spread, and Kiffin knew about it, was talking about it on the field after the game. Sorry to all the bettors.
It was 9.5. I got it laid the 9.5, so we had it smooth sailing. Kentucky kicked a field goal to get it to 7 points.
Yeah. Lane's always been one that wants to cover for the boosters, right? So he knows.
I'm an idiot because Kentucky is rat poison to Ole Miss. Like, they never play them well. But I was like, 9.5 points at Kentucky. That Kentucky team stinks. I took it again. I took the bait because I like Lane Kiffin.
Me too.
Sunshine. Big game. USF Miami. Not a big game.
What a dumb question. It's a huge game, Matt.
Wow, huge game. I wasn't ready for it.
Whoa. No, I mean, come on, man. Miami's going to go out there, knock the teeth out their mouth, and prove they're legit. Or USF's going to go out there and prove they're legit, proving that the Florida State is the best team in the entire state of Florida.
I like that. I like that workaround.
Are you sure FIU's not? Are you sure FIU's not the best team? They were within striking distance in the third quarter against Penn State, and then got blown out. But
I think it's important to note that game was really close. As I did not watch a minute, but I saw it at the bottom line. I'm like, wow, 10-0 at halftime. Good for FIU.
yeah,
Felt really good about my prediction for a top 10 team to not be ranked at the end of the season.
I think you may have a chance with Alabama there, bud. I think that may have been the bullet to fire. So, Sunshine, you're saying big game. So,
no, I think it's a big game for either team, honestly. I think that, let's just say the biggest outcome would be is if USF won. Like, they would get to flex their muscles. They would be like, wow. Like, it's an upset, but here they are. They have upset, ranked. And, like, I don't know the last time that happened. Somebody should,
there
Google
was
that.
a season USF was ranked number 2. And
I remember that. That was like in 2008, 2009, maybe 10.
It was. I think Cal, USF, and Kansas were ranked top 3, which is like a.
was that a Quentin Flowers season?
Let me see if I can find the season. But
Would that have been like Marshawn Lynch, Aaron Rodgers?
no, I think it was after Aaron Rodgers. I know the
No.
Cal quarterback was Nate Longshore as
Okay.
a Cal is my secondary team fan, but when the hell was that? USF?
No, this is Andy. This was after they had graduated. Like, this was 2010,
Okay.
2011, and USF. I don't know. The Big East was like big that season. And I know you don't know who the Big East is,
still
and
exists
the
in-
listeners might not know who the Big East was, but there was a time there was this conference called the Big East, and they got good for like one season. They had
They had
Louisville.
national champions at least 5 times.
What? Oh, of course they did in the 80s, right?
And the 90s and the 2000s. One each.
Oh, of course. Mhm. That's right. They had a national champion in each decade, at least one.
Not
Uh,
all of them.
Yeah. But that was until the great Miami left the Big East to join the mighty ACC and their fight against the SEC.
It's like a fight.
No.
The ACC kind of lays down most of the time.
Yeah.
Takes a little nap.
Yeah, they just-
So the season I'm thinking about was not.
I remember that. Like, I watched the game. I remember where I watched that game. USF was ranked number 2. It was crazy, absolutely bonkers.
All right, Danny, the floor is yours. Big game.
Oh.
Not a big game.
It's definitely not a big game because neither of these teams play in the SEC, and the SEC is the only conference that matters. But kidding aside, it's kind of a big game because, USF has the potential to do something incredibly hilarious, which is every Miami fan and every Florida fan that was looking at the schedule preseason looked at our game like, oh, that's going to be an awesome game. And USF has the potential to fucking ruin it. And it could have been 2 top 10 matchups, right? If Florida didn't suck. But yeah, so if they come in and beat Miami, then that matchup just looks like shit. All the ticket prices go down, and maybe I'll be able to go. But yeah, they can do something hilarious, and I'm not hoping for it, obviously, because I'm a Canes fan. But like, as a college football thing, that would be really funny.
Well, for what it's worth, I'm rooting for you. I want the idea of the Florida State-Miami rivalry, prime time. I want the treatment. I want it to be back.
Well, I'm definitely rooting for it too, especially after you guys beat Alabama, and there's a chance for that to replace the other game as the big game. It's just further away. Because when we looked at that before the season, you guys won what, like 3 games last year, 4 games? Oh,
We're
I didn't
back.
know that off the top of my head.
We got the win total. We matched your win total already through week 2. Suck it, losers.
It's all gravy.
It's all gravy.
House
Well,
money.
we didn't think of that as a big game starting, but it definitely could be now.
We're on the come up. No, I do. I think this is where the USF magic ride ends. I think everyone in the country will be rooting for USF outside of the Miami, South Florida area or the alumni.
They have a quarterback. They have a quarterback that's easy to root for. It's Bynum, right?
Byron Brown is awesome. I like it. He's gonna die. I told you he's gonna die if he keeps playing that way.
He's easy to root for, and our quarterback is really easy to hate. Like his big sob story when he first got to Miami was that his Lamborghini got stolen and he cheated on his Instagram girlfriend or whatever.
With the hot Latino.
Yeah, like he's a very hateable guy. I mean, I love him, but I can see why the country would see it the other way, and Bynum's like the exact opposite. He's like a hard worker who you can run and throw. He's played at USF the whole time.
I will say I felt the most empathetic to Carson Beck after that game when the post-game interview, and you could see like how much being back meant to him. I was like, oh, damn it. I like you. I'm like, I hate that I like you. I'm like, you did it. You did it, you jerk. I hated you in Georgia, and I had no connection to you. Now I should hate you more, but I'm like, I like you. You're right.
He also Carson Beck also kind of has one of those faces that looks like he's always stoned, right? He just has that like the resting stoned eyes, whatever you want to call it. They're droopy or something. I don't know what it is, but he always looks high. And Bynum's coming back from an injury, so like that's another big story. I just all the storylines are against us.
He looks like the asshole that you knew that used to blow weed smoke in their pug's face. He looks like the pug.
That's so specific, and I knew somebody exactly like that.
Yeah, but like the eyes are outward. And look, I have droopy eyes. I can empathize with the condition. It's a tough world we live in, right? It's not easy for us droopy eye folks. But his are like, he can see all sides of the field at one time because the way they're pointing.
So I've actually been wanting to ask Danny about this because for 2+ years now, every time Caleb Williams comes up, all Danny wants to talk about is how he cried on the field. And now your quarterback's crying on the field. And so I'm just wondering if it's okay to cry as a quarterback now. Like something changed? Now it's okay to cry as a quarterback? Or
it's okay as long as you don't paint your nails.
Is that's the line?
No, that's not. It's not okay to cry on the field either way, but I don't think Carson Beck's crying because of losses so far.
Crying for joy is different, to be fair. He was crying to get – Carson Beck's gone through a lot. He went through Tommy John. He's the first one to get Tommy John in college that I've ever heard of. And then Georgia was like, you're replaceable. So, like, I'm sure that hurt his ego a little bit, and he became the number 1 pick. Like, boo-hoo. It's like there's a line from Modern Family where Sofia Vergara was saying that she couldn't ride a bike because her boobs bounced too much, and that's champagne problems. And everything you said sounds like champagne problems, but I'm not in his shoes, right? Like, he loves playing the game, and that's where I was like, all right, you can cry. You can be a little passionate about a big win.
Yeah, I've got no problem with men crying or painting their nails or wearing eyeliner, but Danny,
Yeah, everybody knows that about me. I've literally been on this podcast with painted nails. Granted, my daughters did it, and I didn't paint them black.
You would never make a good quarterback.
You've also been on this podcast with only one eyebrow.
Yeah, that happened. Man.
All right, you guys want to do a rapid fire round of big game? Not a big game, or you just want to end this shit?
Rapid fire.
All right. Here we go. Western Michigan going to Illinois. Big game, not a big game.
Big game, the biggest.
Oh, Get the hell out of here! I'm not letting anyone else answer. Arkansas at Ole Miss. Big game, not a big game.
Are they both undefeated?
Yeah, I do think so. I think Arkansas is undefeated.
It's a little bit bigger of a game, especially for both teams being in the SEC. That's me not circle jerking the SEC.
No, I think you're probably right.
That game's got a huge total. It was like 62 yesterday.
Okay.
I think I might go under on that.
You're gonna go under?
In that case, guys, for anybody listening, that should be a great game.
No, I do think it's going to be a good game. The line seems tricky, but
It's still around 9.
yeah.
Okay. Ole Miss land
Probably.
9 is what I
Ole
had.
Miss,
Probably.
nine.
Take the 9, but it's definitely a big game, and it is because I'm circle jerking the SEC because both teams play in the SEC and they're both,
That they do.
playing the only conference that matters.
Wisconsin going on the road to Alabama. Big game, not a big game. I can't believe that's like the 7th game we talked about, and honestly, it feels like it's ranked appropriately.
I think that if I may, I'll start this one.
Yeah.
I think it's a big game for Wisconsin in the sense, but also it's a big game for Alabama. They got to prove something. And for me, I could care less.
Yeah. Big game, not a big game, Dano.
Wisconsin, they're fine. They barely beat Miami of Ohio. I don't think it's a big game. I don't think either of these teams are going to compete.
Not a big game for me. Andy,
Yeah.
you're a Big Ten supporter.
I am a Big Ten supporter, but Wisconsin is not very good right now. So,
Not a big game.
not a big game.
Hey,
No.
Real quick,
Sorry, Sunshine, go ahead.
who was the awesome running back they had years back?
Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Monty Ball,
There's like 9 of them.
Or Abdul.
Ron Dane.
All right, never mind. I'm sorry. I meant more recent.
I was like, James White. I don't know.
I think that's what it was. I think it was
good
James.
running backs.
Michael Bennett.
Okay. All right. Got it. Yeah. All right. Sorry.
All right. That's pretty
Jonathan
much
Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, that was the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the guy.
So the only reason I do a little bit think that could be a big game is because Alabama lost to Florida State. We know that. They won big last week. If they win big this week, then they're on a bye, and then they play Georgia, right? There is a chance that people have forgotten about that Florida State loss and are thinking Alabama's back to being Alabama, and I'm going to fade the hell out of them in that game. So I'm hoping Alabama wins huge tomorrow, and then we can fade them when they play Georgia.
For that bet, do you want Georgia to win or lose against Tennessee?
Win.
You want Georgia to win against Tennessee, and you want Alabama to be overhyped. So you get a better spread on Georgia. Got it. Yeah. That makes sense. Any quick bets that you like this weekend that we should share with the folks? There's no other big games. I gave you. Okay, do you guys want to UTEP, Texas? Big game, not a big game, not a big game, right? We don't have to pretend to play this game. Oh, Andy, you like that game? UTEP, Texas is touching you in a certain way?
No, we could pass on that one. How about UMass at Iowa?
Oh, what are we doing there, bud?
No,
Under.
I don't know.
That's
probably.
So the couple bets I like, I'm just going to fire them off rapid. This is gross. I have Ohio under 9.5 points team total against Ohio State. That feels like that should be a lock. I have over 44.5 in Boston College going to Stanford, over 50.5 Memphis Troy, and then hold on to your butts. I think Wake Forest sucks. I want that known on the front end. But I am betting the plus 7.5 against NC State at home. I think it's going to be a slippery slope. It's going to be a roller coaster, but everything indicates that game should be pretty close.
Actually love that. I will be betting that as well. And that game's on Thursday night. So depending on when I get this podcast posted, that may be tonight. So get that bet in quickly.
Andy, any
already
bets
tonight.
folks?
That's true. It is already tonight. Yeah, I've got a couple, but I was not prepared. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's my fault. I should have known this was coming.
Oregon State, Texas Tech.
Whatever number of points USF is getting, take them.
Oh no, I haven't done it. Miami laying the first half is. I'm going to bet Miami first half because Mario is going to fuck around and ruin your chance to get a full game spread. But I feel like he likes to come out early and set a tone.
Parlay it with the USF second half spread.
Oh, a treasure map? We're doing a treasure map? 5 steps right, then 5 steps left? Oh, I love that.
How about UConn laying 10 points on the road at Delaware?
I've seen that one pop up a lot. I like that.
Oh, really? I thought I was going full degen.
No. That's good. That's fun.
That
I
is
like
full
that.
degen. It's just you told it to some degens.
All right, that's fair. All right, hang on, one more. Jacksonville State, Georgia Southern,
Gross.
under 58.
Hey, let's go.
Under 58. Yep.
That
Sonny,
sounds like a really good one.
Sonny, Danny, anything you like, or we just calling it? We'll share more in the newsletter. By the way, if you're not on single leg parlay, what the hell are you doing? Do you not like making money on Australian football? Because if you don't like making money on Australian football, you should go away. But if you like making money on Australian football, we're here, baby. I want to say, we're the #1 betting service in America on Australian football. That's a guarantee. You should go. Alice been dropping heaters. Kobe-like streak of bombs.
It's kind of silly how accurate he is.
He is sensational. Go to singlelegparlay.com and at least get that. Premier League comes back this week. I'm going to lay out a nice spread for everyone. If you like Premier League action, Champions League starts next week too.
Champions League's been going. It's just been the qualifying rounds. If you are a real degen, you would have known that, Matt.
I don't need to watch Quahog of Georgia.
Red Star and Donsk. We're really battling it out.
It's very important. But Chelsea, Bayern Munich next week. Ooh, boy, that gets me all hot.
Especially with the whole Nico saga.
It's going to be fun. So there'll be bets on Champions League. I'll lay out a nice Premier League spread. You'll see all the boys' college football bets. Hopefully we'll have an NFL podcast tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be on it, but hopefully the boys will rue the day there. SingleLegParlay.com. Great thing is it's free. So don't pay for bets. Stop doing that shit. Go there, just follow, give us your email address, and we're going to bother the hell out of you. I mean that lovingly by giving you bets. All right, I'm Matt. It's been great. Hour and a half we've been here. I think we've done it. Cheers.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
It's fun.